going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I am doing a update video on the Divo Knives Lush. Now, this is not going to be a full review. It's going to be like the last couple videos I've done on models that I have previously had it on the channel and reviewed. I'm just going to come on, chit chat about the knife and tell you guys if I'm enjoying it, if I'm hating it, if why I'm hating it, why I'm enjoying it, things of that nature. I've already done it for the Divo Knives Nip, which you guys have seen previously in this week. And I just did one about a week or two ago for the Warncliffe banner. So yeah, we're coming back with another little update video on another Divo knife, and that is the Lush. This is from their second release that was about a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago, from Traditional Pocket Knives. These were an exclusive through them, and I, as you guys can see, have the Purple Haze Fat Carbon. I'm absolutely loving this knife. It's one of my favorites in the collection. This is arguably one of, I'll say this is a top two, maybe top three Divo design for me so far. And I think, some of those other ones in the top, we'll say top three. At least one of those other ones is an upcoming model that has not come out yet. Honestly, these are probably my top two right now. Love the Nip Light, which if you guys caught that video, I just posted it on Tuesday. You guys are seeing this on Thursday, so happy Thursday. The weekend is almost here for me, for you guys, for everybody, hopefully. So, but yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful blade. They came out with 5, I think, different variations. They are all sold out, but I will leave a link to Divo Knives' website down below if you guys are interested in checking out some of their other models and seeing what they are up to. But yeah, so this comes in a beautiful sheep's foot style blade. You can see right there has a fuller on both sides, which allows you to reverse flick it and also thumb flick it. This is an S90V blade, which says right there. Of course, I have the Purple Haze Fat Carbon inlays. I think they had 80s Fat Carbon, maybe Flow Party, and then Dark Matter, I think. They have, again, 5, I believe, variations of it. Again, that beautiful wired deep carry clip that is reversible, lefty or righty. Fuller for deployment, like I just said. They also have the front flipper apparatus on this that works really well. It's kind of like a top or front flipper. You can put your finger either up here and it works like a Zippo, or you can land it right here on the corner. It pops open. Ergos are just so good on this knife. One of the more comfortable Divo knives, which that says a lot because I know Kevin and Colin strive to, make everything they produce be really comfortable, and they really have been. I really have had no complaints at all ergonomically with any Divo knives, but for some reason this thing just fits into the hand so well. It's a pretty straightforward design. It's pretty much a straight line the whole way on the top here, and then you have, it tapers in slightly, and then you have, of course, the 50-50 choil that Kevin likes to call it. I can get 4 fingers on here very, very easily, choked back, very comfortable. The wire clip is, fantastic for ergos. It's so unobtrusive, so just conforming to the hand. And then, of course, with that choil, just reach up, and this thing is so comfortable. You have the Vox style jimping up top there. Of course, it's a hollow ground. I forgot to mention that. S90V is a fantastic blade steel. I'm really happy to see Divo using a lot of S90V on a lot of the more recent knives. It's a bolster lock, so action is great. Flies out of there. Mine is a little stiff. I just tightened it up a couple days ago, trying to get the action dialed in, but you guys can see very, very smooth. You get a great detent on the fuller flick and the front flipper flick. I guess you don't flick the front flipper. You get a great detent with the fuller flick and the front flipper, which is great. I know sometimes, with knives that have multiple ways of pointing the knife, it can be a little bit hard to dial in a detent on both of them. Sometimes you get a stronger detent on the, the fuller or the reverse flick, and you get a lighter detent on the thumb flicker, or the thumb flicker on the front flipper. But this is just fantastic both ways. I don't tend to, thumb flick it a lot. You can. You guys can see it's very easy to, but the middle finger flick, reverse flick, spidey flick, whatever you want to call it, just flies right out of there. And again, the front flipper works very well in addition to that, and it's really nice to go back and forth when fidgeting with the knife. It's a great size. I think this comes in right at a 3-inch blade. And the Warncliffe for sheep's foot style blade is just such a usable, blade shape. You get that nice low tip, really beautiful, deep hollow grind. So it just cuts and cuts and cuts. It's a thin knife. Again, great in hand, great carryability with that pocket clip. Honestly, this is just, I reviewed the original prototype back, this has been probably 2 years ago or so. Actually, I'm going to look this up real quick because I'm not sure when that came in. Okay, so I guess it was May 20. I posted my full review of the Divo Knives prototype of the Lush back on May 21st of 2023. End of September. So I guess it's been about a year and a half is when I did that. And I unfortunately didn't get in on the first run of these. I think I just had too much stuff going on at the time and I didn't want to swing, the money for a knife. But whenever I knew, Kevin said he was coming back out with another run of Lushes, I immediately knew I was getting one. I didn't want to pass up the chance to not get one. I think the first run was Arctic Storm, Fat Carbon, Lava Flow, and I forget what the third one was. And Purple Haze is one of my favorites. So whenever I saw they were dropping that, it was a pretty easy decision which one to make or which colorway to go with. But yeah, it's just, I can't say enough good things about the knife. It's really, I know Divo has produced a lot of good stuff. You guys have seen a lot of models come across my channel from Divo. You guys know I love their stuff. I love Kevin, love Colin, great dudes. I consider Kevin to be a buddy. He's just a really good, good guy in the knife community. And I love the Lush, and that's saying a lot because again, I love a lot of their products. But I think it's a top 2 or top 3 Divo design for me. And I think it's a very popular design. I think it does very well for them. And again, I was super glad to grab one from the second run. But as stupid as I was to not get one from the first run. So I don't know what the future holds with these. I don't know if they'll do another run in maybe another year from now, maybe change it up and do, I think a full tie Lush would be really, really cool. They've all been, fat carbon or carbon fiber inlay so far, but I think a full titanium with some like micro milling would be, that would be so cool. So maybe if Kevin and Colin tossed around the idea of doing another run again, maybe in the future, I definitely would suggest some sort of full tie version, whether it's just plain tie or again, some sort of milling. That would be really, really fantastic. Cause this is a knife that you can do, you can dress this knife up and take it out in a nice outfit. You can take this knife and, it can be a user, it can be, a lot of different things due to the ergos, the shape, the size, blade shape, all that combined just makes this a very versatile knife. And, it really is just a beautiful, beautiful model. So, but again, these are all sold out. Traditional pocket knives sold through them pretty quickly, but I will leave a link to Divo's website down below so you guys can check out their other models, keep in touch with them. You can find their, other, social medias and stuff like that from the website. So I highly suggest, going and looking at them. But yeah, I'm gonna, wrap this up quickly, but drop a comment down below. Do any of you guys have a Lush from the first release? Did any of you grab one from the second? If you do you love them? Do you hate them? As always, I love to hear what you guys have to say, specifically about this model. Really do love the Lush, and I hope you guys do too. So, but I'm going to wrap this up now. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, day, night, whenever you're watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.